Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 41 of Risky Radio. My name's Ben, aka Shopa, and joining me as always, Zach, aka Risky the Kid.
Hello everybody.
And Lewis, aka Waterloo.
Oh, hello!
That was fast. Alright, Lewis, you want to keep talking? I see. What have you been playing this week? Anything new this week?
No, not really.
Oh, not going to continue that?
Yeah, I got you there.
I thought you were going to continue it.
Let's see, what have I been playing this week? I actually played a lot this week. I played PUBG, of course.
Always.
I played SteamWorld Dig 2. I finished that off.
Did you finish it?
I did.
Sweet.
It was at work on Sunday when I finished it.
So did it give you like did you get your hours and everything at the end of it?
I do, but I don't remember anything.
Okay. I'm just curious because like they seemed like they were super varied from the people I had talked to. Like it took me way longer than it seemed to take a bunch of other people. But
well, you also played without the map on it. Well, the directional guide or whatever.
Yeah, so like it would never tell me what was next, or where I needed to go to get like the next part of the quest or anything like that.
I did turn that on. I turned it on at one point because I was having trouble finding where I had to go. It was when you had to go destroy those 3 things.
Okay, which that was pretty close
to the end. Yeah, right? After I destroyed those 3 things, I just kind of left it on because it just told me to go back to Rosa, and then then I just beat it from there. I really enjoyed it, honestly. I like how you can just dig your way through, and you don't have to follow the same path every way, which is nice.
Did you like how like powerful you felt by the end of it?
Oh yeah, you felt like a badass
compared to where you like first started, where it was always dark and you could barely like traverse, and by the end you're flying around and have grappling hooks. And
one thing you said, you could jump and swing your pickaxe at the same time.
No, I could jump and fire my sticky bomb.
Okay, yeah, I thought you got jump and swinging your pickaxe. I didn't.
No, I don't. I'm not even sure if that was a power. Actually.
I don't think it is, but that was one thing I was like, oh man, I never got that. But I enjoyed it a lot.
I'm glad you finished that up.
Yeah,
good deal.
I downloaded the demo for Dragon Quest
Builders.
I
did that as well, actually.
Nice.
I think because I feel like you were like, I think you're gonna like this game, and yeah, it's like a more focused Minecraft.
Yeah,
it's like you're not just building for the sake of building. It's like there's actually like NPC characters that you have to like, hey, will you build me a house and like make me beds and light up my house and this kind of stuff.
Yep.
Super similar looking to Minecraft, except for you're like the character you play as is not pixelated at all, which is kind of weird.
It's a good looking game. I can't wait for it to actually come out.
Yeah.
Definitely a game I'm going to pick up when it is out.
It's weird. It's weird how like young they are though, or how young they look, like the actual characters.
Yeah.
And like when you first meet that, I might have played like an hour of it or so of the demo, if that. But when you meet that first girl and she wants you to like set up a house for her.
Yep.
So you have to build up the walls. You have to put a torch in there, and then she's like, "Oh, and can you make 2 beds so we can sleep next to each other?"
I actually stole one bed because I was wandering around and
fucked
I
up.
found one, so I broke it down and then brought it home and put it up.
I mean, it was really easy to just
craft one.
Build one.
Yeah,
you had to be a jerk. And
this game kind of reminds me a little bit of a game called Dark Cloud. It was for the PlayStation 2. A little bit similar with you're a character trying to rebuild a town that had been destroyed.
Okay.
But Dark Cloud was a little bit more in depth. You had dungeons you would go into. Your swords would deteriorate after so long. It was a really fun game.
Which it looks like this game has that same kind of thing where your swords will go away.
Except for there was no building mechanic in the other game, like crafting. The thing with the Dark Cloud, you would just find a house and then you would plop it down like in Sims, basically.
Okay.
But yeah, let's see. Those 2 games, PUBG. I played some For Honor. I was playing that a little bit. Yep.
Wow.
There's
enough servers for that?
There's enough people on servers
There's
to
still
actually
enough
get a
people.
game?
Hey, it's still a lot of fun when you get into it and you get paired up with some people around your same level of skill and that actually have honor in the game. I hate when people just, if they kill their person first and they just run over and attack you, and like, some people will see that happening and they'll actually step back so you can attack the other guy head on.
Can you imagine if that's how you had to play like PUBG?
That'd be ridiculous.
These 2 teams are gonna fight. Let's wait.
Yeah. But when 2 people do attack you at once,
no. Heal the full. Make sure you find a new helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll have a real fight.
Walk 10 paces, and we're gonna have an old-fashioned shootout
and fire. Which is a lot. I still enjoy playing some For Honor. Let's see. Conquer.
Were you just about to say Conquer's bad for?
I was Conquer. Yeah, I was gonna say something along that line. That would be a fun game to play. No, I played Conquest. No,
Civilization.
Civilization. No,
I have no idea what you're trying to say right now.
I don't remember anymore. I can't think
what
of the name.
What system was it on?
It was on the 360.
This is a fun game. A 360.
Well, it was
the 360.
Yeah.
Civilization.
Civilization Revolution. That's what he just said.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
What? Okay. It's been one of those days for me. Definitely played some other games, but I can't think of them right now.
And that one.
Division. We played some Division.
Like the smallest of amounts.
Yep.
Well,
I think I'm level 10 now.
I would say you went from 0 to 10.
Well, I went from like 1 to 4 with the first thing we did because you guys were just killing level 30 people and I was level 2.
If you spawn in like the way we had the world set, it was set at like world 5, where even at I think I'm like a 278 maybe somewhere up there.
You're both 278,
and then it's like we're getting pounded by these people, and then and then you're a level 7. Like you don't even have a gear score yet.
I think you get hit with like a shock of the grenade and you die.
Like the bullet hits me and the
dude looked at me and I died.
Just stared you down. And you're like,
fight. You didn't have to shoot anything at me.
Why? I played some Cuphead.
That's right. You streamed some
Cuphead. I like
which is hilarious. I'll let you know because you just have no filter and you're playing one of the hardest games.
There's an easy setting onto it now, simple setting.
Yeah,
there was there before.
There always has been, yes. Yeah. But you can't like go forward in the game if you just do everything on simple. You actually have to beat it on the regular difficulty for it to actually
count. Okay.
Yeah.
Cuphead. I also played a little bit of Halo War. I think I played that last week. Yeah, that was last week. Albert and Otto. I've been playing.
Oh, I watched you stream a little bit of that.
Yeah,
it's very, very Limbo rip-off look.
It's a lot of fun though.
But because don't you get like guns and stuff? In
yeah,
that one.
you have a gun that's attached to your arm. Not only that, you have this weird like teddy bear type creature that has like an electric charge. So with this teddy bear, you actually have to. Sometimes you'll have to drop it and like hit the charge at the right time to make something go off. Or with this, you can actually lift objects with it too. They're simple puzzles, but it's a lot of fun. It reminds me a lot like Limbo, basically. But instead of your guy being black in Limbo, your guy was black, right?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure your character was like a shade of black in Limbo. I could be wrong, but you're like a giant white character in this one. White blob.
That's the main difference?
Yeah, pretty much, and you get a gun too. It's a lot of fun. I recommend if you guys like side-scrolling games.
If you
definitely platforming, little puzzles here and there.
Like the world looks dark, like Limbo, kind of.
It's a lot of fun. You can also pick up sheep and feed them to giant dogs.
Yeah, see, that's weird. Definitely dark.
Yeah, and then the sheep were. I got an achievement saying after I killed my first sheep, saying sheep will remember that. So I was wondering if there's a way you could pass it without killing the sheep in that one zone.
That's also weird because that's like what the Telltale games always say when you make like big decisions. It'll be like Clementine will remember that.
Yeah, so I'm curious on if there's a way to get past that situation without actually killing the sheep. But then I had to set a sheep on fire later on in the game anyways.
So there's no passive mode for killing the sheep?
Yeah, and I actually watched a sheep get eaten by piranha too.
What's like the scenery? No, not that. What's it like the world look like? Just the things you've been saying so far all I feel like they would take place in weird places.
It's kind of like a foresty with gears in the background, basically like moving gear parts.
Okay, sure.
It's interesting. It's a good little like not detour, but like game to play on the side when you've had too much PUBG.
Good little side bitch.
Exactly.
From your wife PUBG. Your wife PUBG.
But yeah, those are pretty much the games I've been playing.
Good deal. I got into Dragon Quest Builders, like we said. The one game I did play and I beat this week was Gone Home.
Ooh, very good.
Which was Games with Gold a couple months ago. Which this game seemed like it was going to be right up my alley. It's a walking simulator with like it's just a story-based walking sim. Mm-hmm. You're playing a girl who comes home to your house and no one's there. And it's set up weird because this is all happening at night. There's like a thunderstorm the whole time you're there. So you get super like creepy vibes the whole time, but in no way is it any type of a horror game. And I wasn't sure what I was supposed to expect. Like I've heard people raving about this game. It was a lot of people's game of the years a few years back. Yeah. And, coming off of Edith Finch, this was a real big disappointment for me. You don't, not a lot of interactivity at all. It's a lot of just picking things up, and hearing journals from your sister, because she's the one that the story's really about what happened to your sister and why she's not home, and the whole thing, I feel like I can spoil it. It's from a while ago, but it's a coming of age story of your sister and how she's a lesbian, and like it's just going over how she like met her girlfriend, like they just started as friends, and then she's like, oh, do I have feelings for her and all this shit, and then like her parents find out and they're all pissed and blah 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 blah. But it was maybe like an hour or 2 hours, and the whole time I was waiting for something to like, because I think it was actually Bama Shocks who I was watching his stream. He was streaming Life is Strange, and I was like, Life is Strange was really good. It's like one of the only games that ever made me feel like emotional about anything. And he was like, oh man, sad. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, and
you've never been emotional about anything else other than this game?
No, just in video games. I mean, like it takes a lot for a story beat to actually make me like feel upset, I guess.
And Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 didn't do that to you?
I mean, yeah, sure, certain parts, sure.
But the whole game of Life is Strange did it to you, pretty much?
I mean, it's mainly the ending for me, but he was streaming Life is Strange or whatever, and he said, oh, like, if you're looking for a game that hits you right in the feels, like, you should try out Gone Home. So I was like, all right, well, that's the last person, like, one more person has finally said, go play Gone Home, it's your type of game. So I went for it, and it was just a big flop for me.
Oh, bummer.
I don't know. But I played that. Maybe it was an hour too long.
You said you beat it, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a single sitting kind of game. It's like watching a movie.
Okay, so you beat 2 games this month then.
This month? What else did I beat? Oh, Steam World.
Yep. So you're right on track with your goal then.
He's good through the month of February now. So.
I feel like that's kind of cheating. Gone Home was like an hour and a half long. And Steam World Dig. I put the last like couple hours into it, and it just happened to be in January.
Yeah.
Do campaigns count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would. Why would they not?
What
count?
did you play and beat a campaign of?
Oh, absolutely nothing.
Okay. I was gonna say what?
There's no chance.
When did you
hell,
beat a game?
I was just wondering if like you count like Call of Duty campaigns, or like
that
Battlefront
would be a
campaigns.
game. Yeah, as long as you're playing the main story of it, start to finish.
In my opinion, it's just as long as there's like an ending to it. Like you can't beat multiplayer, or you can't.
Yeah, you can't beat. Well, actually, you can beat
Zombie,
but then you got to play it again to beat it again.
Right, like I wish the first time I wanted chicken dinner, I was just like, oh shit,
I'm done.
I beat the game. Better put this down.
No, you can't though. You just can't.
Oh, I'm well aware.
I think I'm at 14 wins now.
I'll say
nice.
I'm at 12.
I'm at 3.
13. Am I one behind you too?
You too.
Yeah, because me and him had a dual win.
He still has a solo.
I have one solo.
Yep.
And we got another duo this morning.
Oh, nice. Good for you guys. I wish I could play as much as you guys.
We're a good duo squad. I just kind of like sit behind Ben and like just
let
like
him do all the work.
Stare up at the sky, and I'm like, oh, there's Ben. What are you shooting at, Ben? Ben, are you killing things?
Ben, look at the butterflies.
4 kills of that game.
Nice.
Like,
I
didn't even know where the fucking people were that I was supposed to be shooting, and Ben's like, I got it. And he's just like yelling shit. I was like, all right, I'm here, and I'm looking at the building that's left in the circle. If somebody pops out, I'll kill him. And then it was like, winner, chicken dinner. I was like, okay, well, we did it again. Good work, Ben.
So Ben gets like 18 kills, and you have maybe 1.
He had 5. I had 1.
Okay.
Not all of them are like that, though.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them. We had this.
Yeah, we have some closer games, but
we had a huge one the other day. I think I finished with 9, and you had 5.
Oh, nice.
5. Well, weren't you part of that?
Was that a squad?
It might have been no. Was that with Casey then? So the only squad ones I've ever win are with Casey. I don't think we've ever won.
It wouldn't matter because Casey wouldn't get any kills.
We never had one where the 3 of us have won, just the 3 of us.
But I feel like we did have like a 15 kill squad win.
Yeah, we definitely did.
I
no, it
think
was
we had
16.
one
it was that one with Casey.
I thought it was more. I thought it was like 18 or something.
You had like 5. I had 4.
I thought it was like
8,
5, and 4 or something. I thought we were up into like the 17, 18s, almost 20.
We might have been, but Casey's no help at 0 every game.
He's good at being there.
Well,
hey, any extra man out in the field is a good distraction.
Exactly.
I think it was Bam again who calls it a bullet sponge.
Mm-hmm.
If you have some guy who bullet sponges everything and everyone else can kill him.
Just your tank that just goes. Although no one's tanky in this game.
No. And
that's
why
we
give him level 3 stuff to make him
give him all level 3 and just go stand out on that road and just run around in circles.
Just bait. There's definitely been a couple of times where somebody's been standing out. I was about to tell them to like get undercover or something, and I'd just be like, by the way, I'm just using you as bait right now to see where the flash comes from so I can kill someone.
But I don't think. I mean, I played more Assassin's Creed. I'm trying. That's like my next big game that I feel like I need to beat before things like Red Dead and Far Cry and that stuff comes out.
Well, what about Shadows of Mordor?
Well, that's
another game.
I've talked about this.
Shadows of War.
Shadows of War.
And like they're 2 super similar games, and if I had to pick one at this point, it's going to be Assassin's Creed
4K on nice big television.
Yeah, for sure for me.
If only you could stay awake on the recliner over there, maybe you actually be able to finish it.
Passing out too much on that recliner.
Yeah, I get way too comfortable on the recliner, so I have to play at the desk unless I want to take a nap. But overall, ACO is definitely a better game than Shadows of War. So
come on, even with the Nemesis system and everything.
No, I mean, yes, I mean, still, in my opinion, it was like the first Shadow. What was it? Shadows of Mordor?
Yeah, it was Shadows of Mordor. Then Shadows of War.
Played through that, and like the Nemesis system obviously was a big breakthrough in gaming. It was a system that we hadn't really seen, but it came back this time around, and I would say it wasn't as exciting because we already knew what it was going to be, so it wasn't.
It literally seemed they took the second one and extended it.
Like just made everything a little bigger.
Yeah, you're playing the same game pretty much.
So that's some part of the reason. But like Assassin's Creed this one's phenomenal, which is great. So slowly chipping away a few missions every here and there. Yeah. Good sentence.
Yeah, I think it was not bad.
Yeah, I don't really think I played much else than that though. And Ben, you yep.
Division, PUBG.
Oh yeah, you did play some Division. There you
go. League of Legends season starts like tomorrow. So
joyous.
I might get ranked in that.
Oh,
also,
you know what we played? We played Paladins.
We did actually, yeah.
Who? Moose and Stein was with us for a little bit.
Moose,
Kaboski,
a couple of their friends, I think, that joined the stream.
That was fun until you get fucking obliterated in that game.
Like you play against, I swear to God, we played against a team of actual professionals.
And their best player on their team is going to be Skye, no matter what.
Because she's just overpowered and disgusting right now.
Which one was Skye?
She's the assassin in the background who has like the poison darts.
If you died, it was probably to her.
Gotcha.
But
we were getting
Pip all the way.
Running the same problem I run into Overwatch is like if I play a tank, I feel like there's nobody killing anybody. But then if I try to play something that's not a tank,
there's no tank.
Yeah.
Or if there are tanks, they're not actually being tanks or just kind of.
You just need me as Pip in there.
That's what I was talking to.
I got you back.
I was talking to Kaboski, I think yesterday, and he's like, "Yeah, I tried playing Paladins and I got pissed because we have 2 tanks on our team who are playing like their flankers, who are just like out on the sides of the map trying to like sneak around." It's like that's not your job at all.
No, somebody played Pip the other day. It wasn't you. It was maybe it was Kaboski. I don't remember.
I think we also played with Someone Anonymous was in there at one point. We had a good amount of people from the community for when we were playing Paladins.
I mean, there were a couple times where we had a full crew,
a full squad of that's 5, right, for that game?
Yep. And we had we replaced people as well. I think we played for a solid 2 or 3 hours. Just
then we had
once you were trolling me on trying to hit the accept button.
You know what happened is that we were signing off because we were waiting for Shine to show up so we could play with Shine and Kaboski for their Kaboski's first PUBG game. Shine had played a little earlier, but
their first chicken dinner.
Their first chicken dinner where we were all dead and you just won the game. Weird. Never seen that before.
That was a great game. I got a triple kill with a grenade. I snuck up behind people.
I remember you telling me about that. Yeah.
That was that's another part I hate about it though, because I got the first kill with a grenade and then I got super worried and got up and went to run over there to try and kill people, and then 2 seconds later it's but you killed the other 2 with the grenade too. I was like,
they just took a minute to bleed out,
or something. I don't know, but I don't know if it was that or lag.
Could have been,
but that's how a lot of our games go, like squad wins and stuff. I think there's only been a couple of games I've been dead for that were chicken dinners. That was one we played with Soccer Gerg, and I was actually dead for that one just because. So there was a tiny little circle and one guy left in the 3 of us. Mm-hmm. So that was a 3-man squad win actually, because we didn't have a 4th player.
Yep.
But so I went into a house and he was waiting for me, a 3rd person around the corner.
Our first games of the day always seem to go really well for some reason.
Yeah, right? That's how I find it too. Like the first game the other day when we were streaming. Actually, I don't think we were streaming, but it was our first game we played. And we got that chicken dinner.
Yep.
And this is how I got my chicken dinner as well. I played for the first time by myself, got a chicken dinner, and then I played the other night. You guys weren't on. I tried inviting a few people. No one joined in, and I played by myself. And I ranked 3rd. I should have won, but I did a stupid error, and I died.
That happens.
Yeah, it's because I was in the center. I dropped in Ferry Pier, and I stayed there. The circle kept closing on me, and I accidentally got there was a drop, and I got the drop, and it had an awesome single shot sniper rifle.
M24.
Yeah, it was the
AWM.
AWM, I think it was.
Okay. Did it come with weird 300 bullets, big old bullet clips?
I can't remember.
You only got 20 of them.
But I had 100 bullets.
So it was probably an M24.
So I picked that up and I dropped the gun that I had more ammo with because I was panicking because I wanted to get it as quick as I could. And then I ran away, and then I ran out of ammo for my M16. Went back to pick up the AK. It wasn't there. So I only had I had maybe 15 shots with my AK, and the circle closed in on me, so I was running up where I saw the people, and he turned around the corner. I emptied my clip onto him, and I changed it to my sniper, and I tried just popping one shot off at him. He was in the dead center reticles, but he pulled his trigger just slightly faster than me, and I wound up dying.
That's we played a game, and Zach was supposed to be getting M16 on the bottom floor, but as soon as he was walking down there to get the M16, this other group came in and were nading us.
Fuckers had 15 grenades of each type, and they were just whipping them up into the building everywhere.
Yeah,
a bunch of dicks.
Anytime I see any grenades, I always try to pick them up just for towards the end of the battle.
I pick them all up and then I don't use them.
Yeah. I just pick up frags now.
Yeah, I mean frags are definitely the best. Smokes are all right for getaways. Flashbangs usually don't do too well.
Molotovs are good for dropping frames.
Yep, Molotovs are good for cutting off exits and making sure you can't get flanked and stuff, but also...
We had a school game the other day where Zach killed a guy, landed, picked up a Molotov, threw it on the ground, and the guy walked in it, died, but still had a partner up, so he just got knocked out, and then died in the Molotov because he just couldn't get out of the Molotov. I was like, that's great. That's a perfect way to kill somebody early in the game like this.
I also had a double kill on a motorcycle when we were playing.
You run him over?
Yeah.
They were just laying in, one was running and the other one must have been laying down or something.
We didn't even know, I thought he just killed the one guy he hit because he hit him out in front of us and then hit him again. I was like, yeah, you just got one kill. He goes, I have 2 kills. I was like,
Yeah, it popped up as like 1 kill, 2 kill. And I was like, what the fuck?
Nah, take it.
But there's been your PUBG
PUBG update.
We love PUBG. What can I say?
I don't think I played anything else though besides those. Hopefully we'll get some more stuff in. I did download, which you can do this too for your Switch, the Disgaea 5 demo. I made sure to download. Did you ever play the old Final Fantasy Tactics game?
No.
Okay. Well, I've heard it's a lot like that.
Very cool.
Seems like something that we might both enjoy, and I want to check it out because people are raving about it. It just sucks because, like, if it was a $20 game or something, I'd probably just be like, all right, yeah, sure, but it's a $60 game, so
it's a full value game.
You played?
Need to download the demo.
Did you happen to Rainbow Six for a little while as well?
Yeah, I did.
Very quickly.
If
it wasn't $50, I would have gotten it, but
well, that's the thing.
Is
like,
it still on sale? Is it
if
on sale yet?
If I see Rainbow Six Siege, or if anybody in the community actually sees Rainbow Six Siege go on sale at any point, let us know.
Yeah.
So these two can split it. The only thing I ended up playing was Terrorist Hunt. I know that if I went into a competitive game, I was going to get smoked because even when I was like playing that game a little bit, I wasn't very good at it. So going back to it now would probably be a nightmare.
Although you're so used to the leaning aspect because of PUBG
and with the thumbsticks, yeah. But it's a whole.
Well,
different
not only that,
game.
you play a little bit more tactical now from playing PUBG.
Well,
Right.
okay, and yeah, if you're going to play tactically, it makes more sense to have a full squad and rolling in solo. And like I wasn't interested in talking to like a bunch of randoms on my team. So.
Back when it like first came out and it wasn't as competitive and popular, you could get away with like Call of Dutying it, where like you're running around and just the fact that you had some gun skill from other first-person shooters allowed you to win games. And now people are just so patient, so calm. They set up all their gadgets
and like
they
knowing
corners,
knowing the
maps,
the layouts of every single building, like that's huge.
Which is how I kind of started feeling now with PUBG. You know, not only knowing the layouts of the building, knowing the like routes and everything. But
yeah, for sure.
I played one other game.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Tower Defense King on my phone.
I was gonna say, was it on your phone?
Oh yeah,
it doesn't count. No, it does.
Dude, you understand how many tower defense games I used to play when I was younger?
Yeah, I haven't played a good tower defense game in forever.
This one's like super.
We
simple,
have like Tower Grid or something Grid. I forget what it's called.
What did I say?
It's on the Xbox. It's definitely been free a bunch of different times.
Would
like
you consider the actual like story mode of PUBG? I mean, not PUBG. The story mode of Fortnite to be kind of tower defense.
Yeah,
you build a tower, then you're trying to defend it with everything.
I think it's like
no.
It's. I
mean, is it tower wave defense?
You're definitely
defending towers.
Horde. That's horde mode. It's different. Tower defense. You have one area that you can have them walk through, and you set up towers to defend that area.
Well,
Fortnite, you're defeating hordes.
Yeah, but you're still defending towers.
No, it's not a tower.
Yeah, they're definitely those things outside of your main base. Those are towers.
Base.
Your main one's a base. The other things are towers, and then you can set up past it. They have to take.
I think you're stretching. I think that's horde mode.
That's the thing. If I had to choose, like I didn't have horde mode on my mind, but if I had to choose which genre it would be, I would probably take horde mode over.
Yeah.
That.
I think tower defense it has to be more linear.
Okay.
I think it's I don't know. Fortnite's kind of a mashup of the two, I would say.
A mixed bag of
because it's like you can do your like
traps,
which I would say is like a tower, lanes like in a traditional tower defense game. But cool.
So yeah,
nice.
Next we're gonna get into the free shit you can get this month.
Holy shit! Hopefully that didn't make you deaf.
That is really loud.
I had to find a new sound because that other one's broken all the time, and that one just kind of sounds like a shotgun mixed with like
bells,
a doorbell,
Right.
Someone just shop.
Someone just stuck a few doorbells on their shotgun and just.
That. Do you want to hear it again? You can hear it one more time. Just that initial like.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
Hear that in the dark corner, you might get scared. I mean, not corner
alley.
Yeah, there we go.
Alley.
If I was in a dark corner and I heard that, I'd probably still get scared as well.
Yeah, but you won't. I guess because you're looking in the dark corner, so it could be coming from behind you. You never know.
Yeah,
that's true. Sure.
With that, let's get into the games with gold. Xbox One, you can still get The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing 3. That's good until the end of the month. And new to you tomorrow, because we're recording this on the 15th, January 16th, you can get Zombie.
Yeah, it's not Zombie. At least I don't pronounce it Zombie.
No, I definitely would still. It's just a knockoff of Zombie.
I've heard I've heard good things about this, so hopefully it's good. It was originally on the Wii U, so there's a lot of like motion controls and stuff, but I think they scrapped all that for this version, and it's supposed to be like a pretty decent zombie game, so maybe we'll check that out.
And then for 360, you can get until the end of the month, Army of Two.
All right.
PS Plus games are still the same. You're running Deus Ex, Mankind Divided on PS4, along with Batman the Telltale series. PS3, Sacred 3 and Book of Unwritten Tales 2. And for your Vita, Psycho Pass, Mandatory Happiness, and Uncanny Valley, which is a crossplay for your PS4. And that's going to do it for your free shit this week. Next, we're going to hear a quick word from our sponsor. Ding!
That was close. This week's episode is brought to you by 16 Ounce Gaming. Those guys over there do a bi-weekly podcast. They have a Discord. All the links for that stuff will be in the show notes. A lot of people from our community are also over there. A lot of people I've met have been from there, and a mix of there and X1 Bros. So we definitely owe something to those guys. So make sure you go check them out. They're great. And one other person I wanted to point out in the community that recently did a little YouTube video. I have to show you guys later. But Otter, he does a... he's trying to do it weekly now. The video is going to come out Monday at noon. They're just, I would say, just a vlog. They're about 10 minutes, and he just talks about whatever nerdy things going on. And this week he covered some of his favorite podcasts, and he gave us a shout out and had a lot of nice things to say. So I'll have you guys definitely check that video out. But check his stuff out. Go sub him on YouTube, and I'll make sure to put a link to that in the show notes as well.
Awesome. Thanks for that. Next, let's get into some listener questions.
All right.
I forgot there was no... I'm so used to, like, waiting in between each one for, like, a noise. Or
something, yeah.
I need a noise to, like, tell me what I'm doing.
It was weird because I had to look at my phone and be like, do we do a noise for this?
We should probably figure one out. Yeah. I don't know what we would do, though.
Well, you remember we played music for, like, an episode or two, and then the only two people that had anything to say about it were like, are you guys going to keep doing that? It's like... No, I guess not anymore.
No, what? I don't know. Do what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Thanks for your input.
Bunch of questions this week. First off, Viva la Sweeney. Is it worth keeping?
That's not la.
Viva la Sweeney. Sorry, I took French. It's the correct pronunciation. I'm
you're
just kidding. Is it worth keeping the Kinect for the Xbox One X and getting the adapter? I haven't really ever used it, but what do you use it for? I mean, personally, I used it for streaming.
Yeah.
For until they made third-party webcams available to be used, so now it is sitting in storage.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I heard something from Xbox saying they're not going to be supporting that anymore.
Well, they stopped making Kinects.
Yep. Not only that, didn't you need an adapter for the Xbox One too?
So yeah, if you wanted to run the Kinect on either the S or the X, you needed to buy this adapter. They said that they discontinued it, and now if you look on eBay at those adapters right now, they're like $200 or $300 for an adapter to use your Kinect. So Sweeney, like you said, is it worth getting the adapter for the cost that it is right now? Absolutely not. For a while, I used when I had my cable hooked up through the Xbox. It was good with the voice commands because I could be like, what the hell would you say? Okay, Xbox? That's not Siri.
No, Cortana.
This was even before Cortana.
Oh.
But I think it was
just Xbox.
Yeah. And I'd be like, Xbox, go to CBS or something like that. So it would just like change the channel automatically. Or even the Xbox on, and it would just boot up your system for you and like turn on the TV. That stuff, it was cool, but it's not worth spending the money on those adapters right now. If you have a friend or know anyone that isn't trying to sell it, maybe get it from them. It was a neat thing, but now with Cortana and just being able to do that kind of stuff through your headphones, I don't know. And third-party support for cameras kind of makes the thing obsolete. Microsoft doesn't care about it, so maybe you shouldn't either.
Yeah.
Agreed. Next, friend of the show, Toast. Hello, Toast. Love you.
Hey.
When is the crossover episode coming?
I think what he's talking about here is the Risky 16-Ounce Radio podcast.
Risky 16-ounce radio podcast. I dig that.
Yeah.
You thought that up for a little while, didn't you?
Yeah, I had talked to Toast at one point or another about like, hey, it'd be cool to do some type of crossover thing. Get us all into a Google Hangout, or they use Zencaster actually, so they could just send us a link and then we'd be right into it. It's super easy. Whenever, man, we're ready to go whenever you guys are. So
I have one stipulation, Toast. You're so good at getting chicken dinners. Never won one with me, so carry me to a chicken dinner, and then we'll do the carryover episode. How's that sound?
I mean, it's gonna be difficult to carry you and get a chicken dinner.
Yeah, you're pretty heavy. I wouldn't want to carry you to anywhere.
That's the challenge.
I would need to get a wheelbarrow.
You can get a forklift.
Yeah, well,
that's fucked up.
I was trying to be a little bit nice, but if you want to go, the forklift is a little loud to have in PUBG.
True.
Toast, just so you know, they're talking. I looked it up today. I weigh 22 stone 5.
So I need to find 22 stones?
He'll know what that means.
Oh, that's some Scottish measurement?
It's like all the rest of the world or something other than kilograms.
Who uses kilograms?
I don't know. I've got stones out in my backyard, and
I guarantee you weigh
22 stones from my backyard
would not weigh
very much. So I think somebody's lying to you.
No, I looked
maybe
it up.
like 220 stones.
I was being facetious. I don't know if Lewis is, but
I think he's actually being serious.
With the 200 stones, yeah, like the pebble size.
Just to go back to the question, quick, the one thing that we had talked about was maybe next year doing our Game of the Year content
together.
That would be nice.
Get more heads together, get more opinions out there.
Get more people to tell me how dumb my thoughts are.
Maybe you're going to have to play more games this year so you have opinions.
The bane of my existence. Other video games.
But it'd be cool to have a top 10 list curated by the 7 of us instead of individually each having ours. I mean, we can still do our own thing, but I think that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, man, we're good to go whenever. I'm sure we can all find a time to do it. So let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, next we have a few of them actually from Artful Otter. First off, what game did everyone lose their shit over that you just couldn't get on board with? Nothing.
I don't know. With MOBAs is my big thing. Is one thing that that's like the biggest esport, and like you're super into your League of Legends and stuff. But to be fair, I've never booted up League of Legends to play it or anything.
I won't let you.
Thank you, because apparently that's what I finally heard, was that you were super against League of Legends until you gave it a shot.
So I played Call of Duty for a while, got a PC, and then was strictly playing Counter-Strike for like it was Call of Duty, and like I play PUBG now. So I was just constantly playing, and they were playing League of Legends. I was trying to get them into Counter-Strike. They wouldn't. They're like, why don't you try this game? I was like, it's fucking dumb. They're all like cartoon characters. Fuck that shit. And then I played a game, and I was like, this is all right, but definitely not going to replace Counter-Strike. And then it was just all League of Legends from there. So that's something that happened. I play way more PUBG now than I actually play League of Legends. I think I logged on today for the first time in the past 2 or 3 or 4 days.
Nice.
So when I looked at this question, it was kind of in my head. I was like, all right, well, what game is super overrated? But I have this problem where it's like every game I play, I'm usually like, that's fucking awesome.
You play it because you think it's awesome.
Yeah. But that's also true. I guess I don't really give games a shot if I don't think they're going to look good. But yeah, for me, it's any type of MOBA. People lose their shit about those, I feel like, and like Dota 2 or whatever.
Fuck Dota 2. Dota 2 is dumb.
Well, there you go. I agree.
It's like one of those like in-house rival things between League of Legends and Dota, where if you like play League, you hate people that like play Dota, even though you don't know what it is.
That's real
it's like the
dumb.
same thing.
Yeah.
But I just always have to. It's like obligation as a League of Legends player.
That's like when you work for McDonald's, you gotta hate Burger King.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Similar, or like Verizon, you gotta hate AT&T,
or Sprint, or Virgin. Is that still a thing? Virgin Mobile.
Straight Talk.
Straight Talk.
Whatever those are. So for me, it was like it's a couple of like the games that you guys were super excited about and playing, and like I had no like Mass Effect Andromeda. You guys like wanted to play a lot of, and you're saying it was going to be great, and then at least Zach was super excited for it. And
then I think that kind of happened for everybody, though. Everyone was super pumped for the game, and then everyone
all right
just was like, okay, you can't get on board with this piece of crap.
That's the thing. It's like not everyone is getting on board with that, unfortunately. But yeah, all right.
I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I mean, I got on board with it for a while, but then I lost the gravy train pretty quick, and that would have to have been Destiny 2. I think it kind of hit kind of hard with everybody. Everyone was super pumped for it. You know, a lot of people did lose their shit over it, but it fell flat pretty quick. You know, like an open bottle of soda.
So that's that's not really hitting your question, Otter, the way that I know you want us to. Because these were games that everybody is not on board with.
I guess I'll have to go with Madden 18.
There you go.
Everyone,
any type of sports game.
Most sports games, when people lose their shit over, I'm like, pass.
Yeah, I mean,
actually, did you play that much Slime Rancher at all, Lewis?
No.
That was something that like Zach and I were playing a crap ton of. Yeah, but we were just always talking it up, and I don't think you ever even touched that.
I played it for a little bit, but that's not everybody. That's just 2 people.
Actually, it was a fad for a little while.
I would say when that game came out, it was like every person on my friends list, and like streamers were just playing the shit out of it.
Even like Megan and Jess played some of it too.
That's because it was free.
Yeah,
when it originally came out on the Xbox.
I mean, it was a fun game, but I was just like, meh. I'll play Stardew Valley.
That's true.
Fair enough. And then one quick last one, just because I just played it, but Gone Home I think is a good example of something that it seemed like I haven't heard a single person say anything negative about that game. And for me, it's not that good. I will say Gone Home is not that good. But yeah.
All right. Second question. Do you find it easy or hard to ignore the rumor mill surrounding games you're really excited for?
Easy for me to ignore, generally. I'll wait until I can see gameplay of it. I'll wait till I can have my own
opinion.
Literally wrote actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. I think that's a good thing to go by.
Yeah. Agreed.
All in agreement. Perfect. Agreed. And then, last but not least, your third question, Otter, are esports sports, or perhaps more directly, do esports belong on ESPN? Yeah, you know my answer is going to be so.
It's, I don't know. When you go to like the core definition of what a sport is, I would say it has nothing to do with sitting on a computer. But this definitely seems like some type of side genre of a sport, if you will. It's competitive like a sport. Mm-hmm. It's just the physicality isn't there, which I think is a big thing.
It's literally in the definition.
Of what?
Sport. Activity involving physical exertion and skill, in which an individual or team compete against others for everyone's entertainment.
Your fingers get pretty exerted after a while.
Or if you think of like,
well, it's always
golf has always been like a borderline. Like, is that a sport or is that a hobby?
No, at this point it's a sport. So my definition of a sport is something you have to train for. Like,
I think you have had that, and you also have to have offense and defense to be considered a sport too,
which you don't have in golf.
Yeah, you don't have any defense in golf.
There's no way to be defensive, and unless you're Happy Gilmore style, like driving cars into radio towers to block your opponents.
That's why I consider
some good defense.
Pool a sport, because it has offense and defense.
Yeah,
and there's not really any physical activity, but you need to have a decent brake arm for that.
So then what about bowling? Bowling, I would consider a sport, but there's no defense involved.
It's the same. I would say those all fall into that same category. Where like in my head, it's more like a hobby. Mm-hmm. But like clearly, it is a sport according to everyone else. But boiling it down to whether or not esports belong on ESPN, I would say no. I think maybe a branch of ESPN if you want to do like an esports brand. But I think when ESPN started, this was all about sports, not video games at all.
I think it belongs on ESPN Ocho.
Yeah, ESPN 8, the Ocho. That's where the esports belong. Yep.
I agree. I think even though I love esports and I'm like huge into the realm of esports, I think that you're not going to get what you're looking for out of putting it on something like ESPN. It's the people who are trying to watch what you're putting out there aren't people who are going to be scrolling through the fucking television.
That's the thing.
They're going to be on Twitch. They're going to be on Mixer. That's why Twitch just did a deal with Blizzard for the Overwatch League.
See, that was like $90 million or something.
It was huge. But there's so many games. Like, I'm going to talk about it a little bit later, but like you'll see the reason why they put so much money into this is because this is literally going to have like such a big impact on like the esports world, and it's going to be right up there with like League, Dota, Call of Duty, Halo, all those games instantly because it's just the style of game it is. And I don't want them to put it on ESPN because I think that'll just ruin it.
Okay, I agree. And I think the core viewership of ESPN, as soon as they see something like Dota on there, is going to change the channel. Like, they're not going to be like, oh, what's this? Maybe they will, but I think
the one thing they wanted to show, and I think it helped a little bit, is like the purse for the Dota tournament was the second highest.
Humongous.
In that it was like $18 million or something for for the whole purse, only beat by the Masters, I think, which was like a $21 million purse or something split between everyone.
It was something insane. I remember I was sitting in TGI Fridays or somewhere when they threw that statistic up on.
I think I was home.
I don't know. They showed, I think it was 20 million. Yeah. $20 million or $20 million pool for Dota 2 last year. But it's like that's the thing you need to be flashing on ESPN if you are going to do stuff like this, is something that the general public who doesn't follow this kind of stuff at all, something they can relate to. Like, wow, that's you can make more money doing that than something else that I'm watching. Maybe I need to see what this actually is.
I think the problem is when you get to games and esports alike, it's semi hard to understand what's going on. Like, if you put a MOBA up there, there's so much you have to understand before you'll realize what's happening in the game. Where if it's like soccer, you kick the ball into the net, a goal, cool. All the other little rules you'll get if you watch a little while. But there's a lot of stuff to get in MOBAs and that kind of thing. And I think that's also why Overwatch will do better. I'll talk about that later. I don't want to get into it right now, but
then don't do it.
I'm not.
No, don't do it.
So our opinion's pretty the same. Kind of a sport like golf and hobby-ish sport, but definitely not on ESPN. Let's see. Next, Ladonian. Do you believe that Bungie has given up on Destiny 2, considering they have a team of people already working on Destiny 3? Games like The Division and Warframe have worked to perfect their games. Why don't you think Bungie is willing to do that? Zach, I'm going to go with you first. I feel like you're going to have a good thought process on this.
I mean, in this industry, you need to be always working on your next game. And
even when your last game is absolute shite?
Yeah, because you know what? They still made an ass ton of money. So you're going to put that money into something. It's going to be hopefully taking everything you've learned from the first two games and making a third game that us, like, diehard people from the first one want to come around and play again. There's no way that Bungie doesn't realize that Destiny 2 is a trash fire. And no offense to people who are still playing it. If you're still playing Destiny 2 right now, like I know Scottman in the community, he still plays regularly. It's awesome if you're still doing that and you're getting enjoyment out of it. For us here, at least, there wasn't enough to do at the end of it. The end game wasn't there. And even when they introduced some new stuff that I would want to check out, like the new raid layers from this last expansion, I still don't want to go back because I know I have to like level up to get there. So they still have one more expansion they have to put out at least. And maybe that'll be good, but yeah, I think they're pretty. I would assume they're pretty over Destiny 2. I'm assuming he's talking about. There must have been a news article or something that came out about Destiny 2 because I wasn't aware that they were already talking about making their third game. But yeah, I would say they're They're probably done with this.
I don't think they're completely done because I just heard something in the news today that they were actually listening to the community and they're redoing some of the Eververse stuff with tests and trying to kind of fix
change
that a little bit.
Microtransactions a little bit.
Do something with microtransaction over there, So they're not completely done. So they are still kind of listening to the community, but as far as like really changing the game or stuff
so
like
we know
that,
they have one more DLC. They've dropped just little aspects of it. Do you think they half-ass this DLC, get something out that is gonna suffice for a little bit until they can get their third game out, or do you think they balls to the wall, take their Destiny 2 group, make this DLC a little bit like they're trying to listen to people and save that little bit of face until they get Destiny 3 in?
I think that would be the smartest plan of attack.
Just to balls to the wall.
Try to bring as much people back as they can to get them pumped for Destiny 3.
So, I mean, the next expansion is called God of Mars, and this was a couple weeks ago. The description for the second expansion actually leaked and then was taken down. I'll just read it quick, and you can tell me what you guys think, how it sounds. God of Mars sends your guardians on a long journey to a brand new destination, the frigid Vale of Mars, with an array of new missions, adventures, and enemies to fight. Charlemagne has reawoken on Mars and has imprisoned Rasputin with an ancient vault. Work with the elusive Anna Bray, long thought to be dead, in order to combat Charlemagne's remnants, free Rasputin, and uncover the secrets of Clovis Bray. Doesn't really tell you a ton. They also have... Okay, so you're going to have a new space, which is the Frigid Vale. That's the one on Mars. New story missions, new adventures, new themed weapons, armor, new gear.
New raid?
That was one thing they didn't say. It doesn't say raid content or a new raid at all. At this point, I'm nervous that it's probably just going to be another raid layer, is what it kind of seems like.
I hope not. If they put a new raid into it, I feel like they'll save some face with that. But
if they put a new raid that kicks ass, that's obviously their strongest piece of content.
I did enjoy the raid that they had for Destiny 2.
This was good, for sure.
But the fact that they only had one raid and then they added some raid levels or context to it.
I haven't even looked at the second raid layer yet.
No, neither.
I don't care.
I don't know what I don't even know what it looks like.
No,
I haven't watched streams of it or anything.
Nothing whatsoever. There's new weapon types, and they're coming out with weapon armor types. There's like the forged weapons or whatever you can get. They're coming out with armor types, forged armor types as well. But I have no interest in looking what they look like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll be there to check out this Gods of Mars or whatever it's called.
Definitely, I'll play through it because I bought the $99.
Especially since we already bought it.
Yeah.
But, interesting, though, is over in the X1 Bros Discord, they're running retro raids is what they're calling them, and they're just going back and they're playing the old raids from Destiny 1. They've been doing that lately. That's something that I think could be actually a lot of fun going back to see what old weapons you ended with and that kind of stuff.
I haven't beat it. Any of them.
You haven't beat what?
Any of the raids from D1.
Yeah, that's true. I just never did. I want to say King's Fall was the one raid that we didn't get done.
Yeah.
Maybe. It was the Taken King one.
Yeah, we never did that one.
I think it was called King's Fall.
Yep.
I just heard it was super puzzly, and our group of friends are
not puzzly,
more
makers.
Gun and shooters.
Yeah, they need a raid that's just a horde mode, and nothing that takes communication.
And if you can use shotguns, because that's just
lots of shotguns,
lots of unlimited shotgun shells. But so next question on 3.
You should swap the last two.
Swap the last two?
I think, yeah.
Okay, so then we'll go to the last one, which is now the second to last one. What is your favorite retro game and why?
This is from Charzillion.
I was literally gonna say that.
Oh, usually you start with it, so I thought you forgot about him. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say from Charzillion, but sorry. Yes, from Charzillion. What is your favorite retro game and why? Lewis, specifications. Old game, not new game, based in a retro world.
How old are we talking about here?
I don't know, Lewis.
Why do you
retro?
Just tell us a fucking game from when you were a child?
Oh,
that
when
you
I was
enjoyed.
a child?
Sure.
Oh,
there you go. That'll work. That's not even I'm way back
how
before
old
then.
Child are we talking about?
All right, so
I'm gonna kill
here, you guys go.
Mute your
you
mic.
guys go, and then you can't hear me now. So
For me, all right, you're unmuted.
Yay!
The retro console that I would have grown up with was the NES, so my answers are gonna come from there. But Double Dragon 2 was probably a game that got played the most on that thing. I used to play with my dad all the time. Terra Cresta, which is one that maybe not a ton of people had heard of, but it's a bullet hell, like you're a spaceship, I want to say, and you're going back and forth at the bottom of the map as it's scrolling down towards you. But what was cool about this game is you'd come to these different like ports while you were playing, and if you shot out like the lights on the port, another spaceship would come out of it, and then it would attach to your spaceship.
Okay.
And every time that you got one of these new attachments, it would make it so the bullets from your ship fired in a different direction. Like the first one you could pick up, it attached to like the back of the ship, and then you could fire bullets behind you whenever you were firing. The next one might make it like so it's a tripod, like lasers that would fire this way. So it's like the further you progressed into it, you would just keep getting these new additions to the ships, and you just
sounds familiar.
Yeah, you could just see how far you wanted to go. And then my last one is Battletoads.
Oh, nice.
Battletoads. I don't know if I had much more fun playing. I want to say like the first couple levels of Battletoads, because once you got to like the little speed racer go-kart things that you had to jump when you were in the belly of the beast or whatever, that wasn't fun at all. But yeah, those are mine.
Ben?
Go right ahead, Lou.
No, you go. You go.
No,
I'll save mine for last. I mean, you got one thing you can say, so it won't take long.
How do I only have one?
Because you probably didn't play that many games, I'm guessing.
No, I didn't actually play too many.
Mavis, Beacon, Typhons.
I have two.
All right, go.
So when I first met my girlfriend, she had like one of the like plug-in HDMI and play retro gaming things,
and it was Pac-Man.
Galaga, actually.
Galaga's sweet.
So we played a lot of Galaga when we first met. So it's like a favored kind of retro game. And when I was super young and we were going up for Christmas to my uncle and aunts, we would always play SSX on the PlayStation 2. Not retro, but it's an older game that makes me kind of think of
back on your younger days.
These are, yeah.
I will say Galaga is definitely a better game than Pac-Man. I don't care what anyone says.
Well, see, that's funny because my neighbors actually had like the
arcade
Pac-Man
cabinet.
Arcade, like the full arcade.
That's pretty badass.
Machine.
That's sweet. Well, that's like in a lot of. It's always weird because a lot of bars now, or I feel like that's the only place I really see arcade machines at this point. But they always seem to be Pac-Man / Galaga. So
you can play
it's
either
like
one.
I would never touch the Pac-Man if the Galaga was there.
Galaga's a little more fun.
I like it a lot more.
Oh my god! You remember the pinball you could play on your computer? You use like
the
two shifts.
Or how about the real pinball?
I
like that much better.
If you enjoyed that, there's a free game on your Xbox, and the triggers are literally just like the triggers. It's pretty fun. There's different tables that you can buy
like Star
for
Wars,
$1 or $2.
X-Men,
But there's definitely some free tables. It's a fun way to spend some time.
You guys remember the deer shooting games you used to play when you
Buck Hunter?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for saying that. You made me think of my favorite retro game.
You just made me think of the game.
God damn it, the game.
All right, so we're gonna go over what the game is just real quick, just because I want to ruin everyone's lives.
You're gonna have a worse life now after hearing this.
So it's this game is called The Game, and whenever you think of the game, you lose the game. And yep, that's all it is. You can't win the game.
And you can't quit the game either.
You can't quit the game because from now on, whenever you hear the game, you're gonna think of the game.
Those motherfuckers.
And then when you think the game, you lose the game. So you're only really winning when it's not in your head, but it's always in your head.
Or someone else thinks of it first, and then
or if
you kind of lose after that, but at least you don't lose first.
Anything that just reminds you of the game, you're fucked now. So enjoy that.
Yeah.
Boom.
All right, but for my retro games, numero uno. Duck Hunt. Such an awesome.
I remember that too, yeah.
Duck
awesome.
Hunt.
No, not Duck Hunt or Dick Hunt. Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt.
Yeah, you had the gun and you shoot him.
Yeah, the little orange and like gray plastic gun that you just plug into your Nintendo.
So badass.
That was fucking the dog that would go and get the ducks for you.
And then if you didn't get any ducks, he'd laugh at you.
So that came with Super Mario Brothers 1. Mm-hmm. So would you play more Duck Hunt?
Oh
than
yeah,
you would play
for sure.
Super Mario Brothers
way
1?
more Duck Hunt.
I definitely wasn't the same way.
Oh, I love Duck Hunt.
It was definitely a novelty back then, where it was like, holy shit, I'm pointing this piece of plastic at the screen to kill these ducks. Mm-hmm. But I mean, when I was little, I was literally had the gun on the TV. Like, well, I can't miss if I just do this. Cheating ass. Super Mario Brothers 3 was also awesome.
Yeah,
and 2 even.
They were all pretty damn good. Duck Hunt, another one. It did sound like I said Duck Hunt. Is for the Sega Genesis. Stargate was an awesome game, and also Jurassic Park. Those two games were
Jurassic Park
really
was so
good.
much fun.
Of course, Ninja Turtles, really good.
Shining Force. Do you ever play Shining Force on the Genesis?
No, it doesn't.
Shining Force is a lot of fun. Yeah.
What Mario game was on the GameCube? You like fought each other?
Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, I played that so much of that when I was younger too.
I don't know if we consider that retro.
That's retro to me.
That's the thing. Like when you're not that much younger than us, but even it's like our retro games are things like Smash Bros. Those were like the games around when, like at least when you were younger. I had the NES, which was just because like that's what my dad had.
Yep, I had the Sega Genesis.
Like my first, what felt like my first system that was like my own was the PlayStation 1. And like that's what I grew up on, I would say. But my first experience was always playing the Nintendo.
Yeah. So. And let's see. I think those were pretty much the best retro games I could think that I really enjoyed.
It's a good list of games there.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, all right, this is another one of those 1, 2, 3 ones. Lewis, you got it?
Oh, I got it.
1, 2, 3, answer.
Oh, I was about to say it there. You're lucky.
God
damn. You were super lucky.
Are you serious?
Can I do the countdown so I don't fuck up?
I didn't.
That's fine.
I didn't even read what the question was yet.
I know. I was just going to answer.
They're just going to telepathically know which one we're supposed to choose.
Exactly.
Yes, you can do the countdown if you want.
Yes, I get to do.
You're going to say it after 3, right?
1, 2, 3, answer.
Okay.
But I'm not going to say answer. We're just going to answer.
How many times are we going to have to go over this?
I don't know. It's always Lewis. All right. Ladonian asks, Reese's or Snickers?
Okay, Lewis.
Oh, yes. I was doing the countdown. 1, 2, 3.
Reese's.
Snickers.
Do you say Reese's or do you say Reese's?
No, because
Reese's is Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, Reese's is Reese's Pieces.
Mm-hmm.
The little like.
Why would it be Reese's?
The
Pieces?
M&M.
Because it's just how
Reese's
everyone.
Pieces?
It is
It's
Reese's Pieces, but everyone calls them Reese's Pieces.
I agree with Lewis.
Everyone?
That could have been because we worked at Friendly's for a while.
True.
That's not true. So you're wrong. And
I mean, I do love my Reese's peanut butter cups.
But you'd rather have nuts in your mouth.
I've been liking my nuts from my Snickers a little bit better. They fill me up just slightly more. And then I feel less likely that I have to share my Snickers when you get the 2-pack or the 4-pack. People are always like, "Hey, so I see you got an extra one there."
That means you have bad friends.
yeah.
You should
Fuck
kill
you
them.
guys. You're the one always asking.
There's no way. I'd leave you with your Reese's cups.
I don't know. But that's how I feel. I do love my Reese's, but Snickers fill me up a little bit better, and they make me less hangry.
There's like 6 months where I couldn't eat a Reese's cup.
Why?
Because
Was
somebody
your
got
mouth
me
so shut?
that like 3-pound Reese's cup for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
And like I went into like eating that, and then like I was just
That
like,
sounds
I
like-
They also don't taste.
can't.
I had a pound one. It was like as big as my hand, and it didn't taste the same as
That's
the regular.
okay.
The
So what
ratio
I'll
is
say,
off.
is once you stray from like just a
Regular.
normal ass Reese's cup,
Mhm.
you start getting into like weird ratios of chocolate to peanut butter, where it's like it could get bad.
Yeah.
they got the Reese's cup now with the Reese's pieces in it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. And I tried
Delicious.
that. That doesn't
Regular?
do anything for me.
I
I don't
haven't
know.
tried that one yet.
It's just all it is like that candy shell just inside of it.
Well, do you know there's no chocolate in the Reese's Pieces? It's a candy shell, and then peanut butter in the center. There's no chocolate in that. If you look at the recipe, no chocolate.
I mean, even just thinking about it now, yeah, I guess it's just you go through the crunch and then you're eating peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
I will say though that usually Reese's like holiday things, like the trees or the eggs, are always really good, and I want to say the ratio is definitely skewed in the favor of peanut butter for those ones.
Yeah.
Which so maybe I'd probably take those over a normal one. That's
so wait,
like
so
a
how
little
do you
less chocolate.
eat Reese's?
There's no wrong way to eat it.
One bite.
So yeah, usually just put the whole thing in my mouth.
Okay, so I push the middle out.
Yeah, it's weird. Don't play with your food. Just eat it.
You eat the outside because it's nice and like crunchy, and then you have like the sandwich for the middle.
Crunchy.
Yeah, like the outside part's like a little crunchier, like the.
Are you eating stale Reese's?
Is there
no? But then like the thing, if you push out the inside, it's not going to have like the little pieces that was cooked with the little wrapping.
Just put the whole thing in your mouth. I think you'll enjoy it more than you think you will.
I mean, that's what he said.
You've got a big mouth. You can definitely fit a Reese's cup in there.
I can fit a couple, I bet.
You could play Chubby Bunny with those and probably still win.
What's Chubby Bunny?
See how many marshmallows you can stick in your mouth and say Chubby Bunny at once.
Yep.
17.
You can choke easily.
You'll die.
Probably.
I want to
cause
say like
of death,
6,
suffocation
maybe?
by marshmallow.
Oh,
there's worse ways to go, I guess.
Is there though?
No.
Marshmallows aren't that
Death
awesome.
by
to be
marshmallow.
honest.
Not alone.
If they're in a
And
s'more
s'mores.
toasted, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But other than that, like Peeps. Are we all in agreement that Peeps suck and they're horrible?
Not a really fan.
Horrible.
It's just a sugary, fucking horrible marshmallow.
Yeah. Just loves them.
So, all right. Well, he just gave you two options there, but what's your favorite candy bar then? Is it a Snickers?
I've been going through Snickers or peanut butter fingers.
Peanut butter?
I mean
fingers.
Reese's peanut butter
Oh god.
Cups.
peanut butter finger. But
What the hell is a peanut butter finger?
I can't think of the name right now.
Fast break.
No, it's
Butterfingers.
But thank you.
Oh my
Butterfingers.
That's all you were trying to say was Butterfingers?
And I couldn't think of it.
Yikes.
You know, it's been a really long day, okay?
So go ahead, sorry.
I just had two that are kind of like out there, but the whatchamacallits
Those are pretty good.
are really good. And Take Fives. I like Take Fives. They have pretzels in them, which not a lot of candy does, so maybe that's why I like them, but those are up there for
the
me.
chocolate covered pretzels are also really good by like Filippo or whatever they're called.
Filippo.
They're delicious.
Toast is probably screaming right now because he thinks our chocolate is all garbage.
It is. He
Hershey's
thinks Hershey's chocolate is bad.
I guess it's not chocolate.
It's not chocolatey enough
for
the chocolate content.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, but like the things that he would say, like Lindt chocolate, is like a good chocolate, which I totally agree with. Like those little chocolate balls that Lindt makes.
Yeah, it's all right.
There's one of those in the mall.
I think those are really good.
It's gone now.
Is it actually? Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. It's sugar now or something, isn't it?
Yeah. One thing. What about the Tobots?
Toblerone. I'm all about Toblerone.
Those are good.
The guy who has like turrets in Overwatch.
That's Tolbjorn.
Tolbjorn. What did you say?
It's a Toblerone.
The same word.
They're the triangle candy that you can break off.
Yep.
And they're like from Switzerland or Italy. One of the two.
Yeah, it's Switzerland. Switzerland does good chocolate.
Nothing, in my opinion, will ever beat just regular M&Ms. I just love
peanut butter.
M&Ms.
There's peanut M&Ms.
There's 100 things that'll beat regular,
but
peanut M&Ms.
I almost always go for a Reese's Fast Break.
Fast breaks are good.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that there's like 5 variations of M&Ms that are better than plain ass M&Ms.
False.
I'll agree with that.
The only ones that are closer, the pretzel M&Ms.
Pretzels are good. Peanut butters are good. The crispy ones are good.
Mm-hmm.
There's peanut ones are
better,
good. Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
100%.
Yeah.
No.
My last one is the Bueno. Did you ever have a Bueno?
No.
They're made by Kinder, I'm pretty sure.
I've seen them before.
It's hazelnut.
Mm-hmm.
I just love hazelnut. It's just like it's a little chocolatey. It's a little chocolate thing with just a little. I don't know what to call it.
Great explanation.
If you could see this, it's like a little pouch of hazelnut cream inside of the chocolate
filling.
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of hazelnut, what's that?
See, I like coconut. So I like Mounds.
Mounds and Almond Joy are fine, sure.
I don't like Almond Joy because I don't like biting into nuts.
To each their own.
But that's going to do it for our questions. Up next, let's get into some news. All right. Up first this week, we're going to make Lewis go first.
It's me.
Luis.
It's me, Luigi.
All right, Lewis. I'm going to let you pick this time. Which one would you like to do first?
That one.
Okay, that one it is. Leak on Amazon?
Yes, there was a leak on Amazon and water ran everywhere. No, just kidding. There was a leak about Crackdown 3 and State of Decay 2. The leak on Amazon placed out 2 release dates for both of the games. November 7th for Crackdown 3 and May 25th for State of Decay 2.
I'd be pretty pumped on a May 25th release date for State of Decay.
Yeah, but those quickly got taken down really quick.
Quickly got taken down
really quickly got taken down quickly.
Good. Sounds fast.
Yeah, it was super fast. It was like Speedy Gonzalez quick. I'm assuming those obviously aren't the real release dates. I'm hoping they actually bring State of Decay 2 closer to now times than in May.
To the now times?
Yeah,
closer to the now times.
Maybe furthest out is March. But
no, please don't put anything else in March. There's too much.
Okay, fine. February, all
right.
Because it's already got its ESRB rating and everything.
Okay.
So usually once the game gets that, they do drop pretty quickly. Crackdown 3, it'll be fun, but I'm not super excited for it.
Who gives a fuck about Crackdown 3?
I'm not going to lie. I am a little excited that they have, what's that black guy's name?
Terry Crews?
Terry Crews. I think he's perfect for that game.
Yeah, and that's probably why that game's going to be shit.
You think so?
Just that tone. Like, I like Terry Crews, and I like his humor, but it's just I like him, and I just like his humor, like him doing it. I don't want a whole fucking Terry Crews game with a bunch of people Terry Crewsing it up.
Well, he's in the game, though. He's like your commander or something.
So, yeah,
I think only he'll be that energetic. But anyways, so that leak did get taken down, but like I said, I'm hoping State of Decay 2 comes sooner than May 25th. If it does, that means it's right near my birthday, so...
What was... someone's supposed to buy it for you?
You can gift on Xbox now.
That's
true. If you'd like to send Waterloo a gift.
6 different gifted games for your birthday.
No, we'll just give them all away.
Yep, that's fine.
If you want to stick with rumors, you can go to me next.
All right, going to Zach next on Elite Controller rumors.
Yeah. So there was a Chinese website called Baidu that reported a Xbox Elite Controller 2.0, if you will. There was a couple pictures, but the pictures were they were super close up, so you still couldn't really tell. But they did give a list of features, which this first one kind of sucks. Now, I'm not excited for it, but rechargeable batteries. So think PS4 controller. No?
Yeah. I mean,
no opinions on
don't I
that?
plug regular batteries into my PS4 controller?
No.
Apparently, you've never used your PS4.
Oh, no, I just charge it. I just plug it into the wall charger.
Yes.
I don't even worry about that. And my Xbox controller is constantly plugged in anyways, and the thing goes under my desk. So
I have a
care about
rechargeable battery already for my
fuck batteries. Got rechargeable batteries.
Where are you going so far away with your Xbox controller that you can't have a cord?
To my recliner.
The cord that they gave you for your Elite controller is literally 6 foot long.
All right, so there's.
Why are you bringing your controller to your refrigerator on the other side of your apartment?
That's why I jumped out of the airplane the other day.
So I can keep talking to my friends.
Exactly.
Okay, so the next thing rumored is it's gonna run off Type C. I would say if that makes sense. Type C is the new standard.
It's a lot easier not to break.
Right. So why wouldn't that be there?
Mm-hmm.
Bluetooth on Windows 10, which is kind of weird.
I don't play any games on my computer.
Yeah, and it was one of the screenshots was the controller showing up as one of the Bluetooth options on Windows 10, so that'll be there. It's going to have a new 3-level trigger lock instead of 2, which you're looking at right now.
Funny side note, in PUBG, if you have your triggers locked, you can't actually fully accelerate in vehicles.
Yep, I found that out too.
We figured that out super early in the game.
Why is this US so fucking slow?
It was we were going up a hill in a Dacia, and we couldn't get up the hill because I wasn't accelerating fully.
So 3-level, which I don't really understand because I feel like the level now, if you lock it up, it's right at the tip of when you're actually going to fire. So I don't know, is it going to be higher than that where you're going to click it and nothing's going to happen? Or is it below it and you're just giving yourself like a little extra room
pull.
A little more pull than where it locks now.
I think they'll probably put it in the middle and then make that top tier one like as accurate as they can be to right when you're gonna hit it. Because like so Scuff does it so you can change like how deep. So like one time I was playing COD and I tried to change it and I made it so I couldn't actually it wouldn't register my right trigger pull at all. So they'll probably put it as close as to that point as they can, and then
maybe
put one in the middle.
I was gonna say maybe they'll have it so like when you're playing games like PUBG or there's some other games that I've noticed that if your trigger's down you can't do things fully. Maybe they'll just put it a little bit further so it'll still give you the vehicle so it could accelerate, but yet you still get the quick pull on the trigger.
And then we have 3 profiles this time instead of the 2. Adding one more. For me right now, it's just I have A and X and A and B. And my A and B, which is on my 2, that's solely just for Assassin's Creed at this point, for ascending and descending is all I use it for. But
so my one was Destiny because I'm so used to kneeling with the thumbstick. So I had to actually put B on the thumbstick so that I could like knee slide and kneel
so it
down.
wasn't on a...
So it wasn't...
Not on a paddle, but...
No.
But still,
because I was still using my paddles for jump and reload.
Yeah. So having a third profile and just being able to label them all, more is better for that at least. And then the last thing is longer key travel for the paddles. So if you feel them right now, when you press them, it's pretty much just like a click. So you can't do like any type of like half press or anything like that. The longer key travel, I'm assuming, is just going to be so you have to push like a little bit more, kind of like a trigger in the traditional sense, like up on your pointer fingers. The paddles now, it sounds like at least they'll have a little more, a little more distance before they actually hit the back of your controller.
I wonder. I don't have a problem with how they are.
No, neither do I.
I do have 2 questions. Are they going to have stronger glue so heat and sweat won't eat through it and my rubber won't peel off?
Unfortunately, love to say that you're the only person, but there are a couple people in Discord who have said that it's happening to them as well.
Yeah, Kaboski said that his was falling apart and like
Toast
the same
said he's
area.
gone through.
Yeah, Toast just upgraded to the Scuff of Infinity, I think is what it's called.
And then also my little Joy thumbsticks are like falling apart too. I've already went through 2 of them.
I would say at least you can order those and they're not super expensive.
Or you can get them in Best Buy.
Yeah, but like the rubber on the sides being peeled off, that's really obnoxious.
Yeah,
So I don't know if it's just because of my sweat or hot hands for other people or what's the deal, but
I don't know because I feel like I probably sweat and have just as hot as hands as you do playing games.
Well, that's like what Toast said. He's like, my hands are like, I don't get sweaty hands, but my hands are like heaters. So all it's doing is loosening up the glue on the rubber, which then it's gonna fall apart.
That's so weird. It's not something that happens to me.
It's not happening to me either. But it's definitely happening to people.
Yeah.
But
so I wonder if that's something I could just reach out to Microsoft about and be like, hey.
Usually if you do enough bitching and complaining, you get what you want.
So. Microsoft's have been pretty good with dealing with me and everything. So I might just probably try reaching out to them and be like, hey, I've had this controller for so long, and
I spent $150 on it,
and just because I have sweaty hands, I gotta buy a whole new one because.
Can you make a waterproof controller for me, please?
Or even if they just like gave you an opportunity to replace that one part,
like with the Scuff controllers, I'm pretty sure you can replace the grips, right?
Because you can change out grips willy nilly.
So maybe your next controller should just be you should look into Scuff, because then you can customize it too.
Nice.
So. Your only problem with Scuff is like the paddles are different. So the paddles don't come up.
They're straight
to like
down.
The thing. They're like straight from the battery pack.
They're like little tabs that come down, so then you can.
So what I was having to do is I was like cut my fingernail weird because I was pressing on them so often. It was like cutting into my fingernail. I probably also have fat hands, so
you definitely
that's probably a thing as well. But I don't know. I think I always thought Scuffs were nice. When my Scuff stopped working, I got a text from Zach that said, hey, I can get you this Elite controller. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Sounds good. And it's worked well for me since.
Yeah, so that's all rumors. Like I said, it was something posted on some Chinese website, but it's making the rounds in the news, so I figured I'd include it. Some of those features are definitely cool.
And I'm going to stick with Microsoft here, and I'm going to go with Xbox possibly rolling out a career system to upgrade your gamer score style, so you can have a little bit more customability with your avatars, the new avatar stuff they're rolling out. And also, they're trying to work with players who maybe only play one game or two games a lot and don't have a ton of gamer score, like moi.
So it looks like it's like, hey, you're not lesser of a person because you don't have as much gamer score because you don't play enough games. Like, here are all your achievements.
I look at the weekly score thing, and it's like, oh, you're 6,000 gamer score behind this other person because all you've been doing is playing PUBG, but you 100% have way more wins in PUBG than they do.
Right.
You're
so
cool.
Now it sounds like you might be able to show that off instead of your gamer score. Plus, they showed a trailer for the Avatar 2.0. That stuff all looks pretty cool. Straight out of a Pixar movie. And that same thing, didn't they say something about loot crates?
Yes.
Avatar loot crates?
Avatar loot crates, strictly cosmetic, obviously. But rolling out a new set of avatars, you can make it as cool as all the other games who allow you to make your avatar different than everyone else. I mean, they updated it now where my guy floats in the air or something when he's in his picture and he's wearing a fedora or something. I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. You could make your own, but
I really haven't done anything with my avatar since the 360.
Yours is the base avatar of everything. I'm pretty sure.
No, I did
one of them.
Fuddle with mine a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah.
So yeah, like we said, includes just a different leveling setup, so you can get, I think it's just as you play, you level up for playing amounts of time instead of for getting achievements. You can prestige, I guess they said, which will be interesting to see, how many prestiges people go through is probably based strictly on how often they can play on their Xbox versus how many, diamond achievements they get in this one or two games.
Right. It seems like you get, you can rank up in different games, and then you can use that XP for the loot crates. And the same thing with gamer score. It looks like you'll be able to use your gamer score for the loot crates.
Yeah, they've stayed
kind of fun.
They've stayed away from. They've definitely kind of shown that there's no real money transaction. You can't buy any of these loot crates or anything with real money,
which is good.
So, but as I've said, everything it's still super early development. We have no idea exactly what they're going to do, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. But they did talk about some sort of accomplishment system bettering that, so hopefully it'll look like this, and it'll be better for people even they're talking about pro players who only play Call of Duty, have no gamer score,
right? Because
they only play Call of Duty.
Yeah, for sure. This will be good for those type of people.
It'll be great. Up next, Lewis, Final Fantasy in the news this week.
Yeah,
because I can't read anything else you wrote there because it's not English.
I looked at that butchered sentence that he wrote.
Okay, so that's I copied that. So
no way, because it was FLNAL for final,
and that's definitely Final is spelled wrong. Beta is definitely BETA, not BETE. So there's no way you copy and pasted beta. Beat.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego over here, okay? Anyways, now I even sound like an idiot.
God,
that's real tough to do.
You played Cuphead on stream. You don't need any help with that.
Anyways, this Final Fantasy, let's look at the name now.
Dissidia.
There we go, Dissidia. I knew I wasn't going to be able to pronounce it, so that's why I tried writing it, and obviously didn't work for me. Anyways, Dissidia Final Fantasy NT Beta. See, I had NT spelled right, so there we go.
That's two letters that sit next to each other here.
Yeah, I can also spell another word, too.
Fuck you.
Nope.
Or you could just go on with what we're getting from Final Fantasy.
Okay, yeah, we'll just go on that. So the Final Fantasy Beta is coming out. See what I did there? The beta is coming out, and you can you'll be able to play it. Now I'm all fucked up here. I don't even know where am I in my sentence. The Final Fantasy beta will begins today, and you have three different times to play the beta. And not only will you have 3 different times, it goes from now to the 21st. and each new beta test, you get new characters to play as, and it's a fighting game. So you get to pit Final Fantasy characters against each other, and basically see who comes on top. So you get to be Cloud, you get to be anybody you want, really. So that'll be kind of cool.
It looked like the trailer I saw, it was like 30 people from all the Final Fantasies from the past 30 years or however long it's been.
Yep.
Pretty awesome.
So, I mean, kind of excited for that. I do like a decent fighting game. So we shall see how it actually stands up. And I probably will wind up trying to test the beta out. I definitely would want to be Cloud if I could be anyone. And then from there, I can't remember the other guy's name from 9. And then it would have to be Titus from 10. Honestly, if I could be Vivi from 7, I would be also very, very happy. Vivi was one of my favorite characters. Side character, I guess. Actually, no, he was in 9, Vivi was.
What about Tifa?
Tifa was pretty badass.
Or who's Cannon Hand?
Oh, god damn it. Barrett?
Barrett.
Yeah. He was pretty cool, too.
Barrett was fucking hilarious.
But we shall see who we get to play as, who we get to, who the first people you get to play. But it'll be fun. Fighting game. See how it goes.
All right.
Awesome. Next up, Nintendo Mini Direct.
Did I write Mini Direct? Nintendo Direct Mini. That was my bad then. So Nintendo had a smaller Nintendo Direct than normal, and they stuck the Mini title on the back end of it.
Is that like their E3 kind of?
Yeah, it's just
little show.
Yeah, they just call them Nintendo Direct, since whenever they have announcements, they usually just dump them all into one 30-minute video. This one is 15 minutes, so it's not huge or anything, but there's definitely some good announcements in here. I'm just going to go through some of the stuff that was announced in that 15-minute video. First up, you had the Dragon Quest Builders demo, which Lou and I downloaded. Definitely fun, worth downloading the free demo. The block placement was kind of weird. I didn't mention that earlier. Were you having a tough time, compared to Minecraft, placing blocks where you wanted to? No, I don't know.
Really.
I don't know if it was just me trying to use the Joy-Con and being slow or what. But so that demo's out now. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition is coming to the Switch. Hyrule Warriors was originally on the Wii U. It's going to have Breath of the Wild skins, 2-player split screen, and it has all the DLC wrapped into that. This next one, which is probably the most exciting for me, is Mario Tennis Aces. They announced a new Mario Tennis game. Did you play the older Mario Tennis games?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, they were a ton of fun. And this one's actually gonna have some type of story mode or a story element wrapped into it.
Okay.
Oh, is it gonna be like Everybody's Golf or whatever that one you guys played?
That's the thing. They haven't really the little trailer that they had didn't show anything that wasn't just playing tennis.
Gotcha.
So it'd be cool if in between your rounds, get to your next court, if you actually had to do some Mario-ash stuff, platforming and that kind of thing. Or what?
I was gonna say you just go into a clubhouse and then you have to you go to your locker. And I didn't really play that RPG golf one, so I don't really know what you guys did in there.
Golf.
But I could see that'd be different, I guess. Or you have to do maybe you have you talk to the press after a game or something, and those choices differ on how you are as a tennis player.
I would say kind of like Madden's Longest Yard or whatever it's called. Their story mode where you could just make choices and stuff.
Or FIFA.
Yeah, I don't know.
As well.
I doubt it'll be anything like that, but that would be cool. Next up, I don't even know how to pronounce this because it's just YS. So I want to say ES or ES. I don't know. 8. It's the 8th installment of YS. Lacrimosa of DANA. I guess. What a horrible fucking name. How am I supposed to figure that out? It's a JRPG, if you couldn't tell just from the name. It's already out on PS4 and Vita, but it is coming to the Nintendo Switch. It actually looks pretty cool. Has a big party system where you can swap back and forth between different characters. Kind of like Xenoblade is what it looked like. I I had to look this game up though, because I was like, I've never heard of this, and it's on its 8th installment. The first YS, the original. Do you think it's YS?
No.
East?
I think it's East.
Guaranteed they actually said it in the YouTube video.
Oh, they definitely did. Well, it's Chinese, so it might be East.
Either way, the very first game of this came out December 1989.
Jesus.
So this series has been going
80. That's the 28 years.
That's a long. That's like Final Fantasy numbers.
Yeah.
They've just done a lot less games.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, Super Mario Odyssey.
Isu.
Isu.
It's pronounced I as an in, so I, and su or sa as in surreal.
As in sa, dude?
Isa?
Asa.
Isa?
Oh, it's Asa. Asa number 8.
All right, well. Either way, Super Mario Odyssey is getting an update called Balloon World.
Yeah, I feel like they're just hating on Luigi with this, too. You're like, hey.
Why?
Because Luigi just pops in for like a minute and says, oh, here's a balloon. Go hide it. And then that's it.
Find my balloons.
You know, where's Luigi's mansion? Come on. Bring good Luigi back.
I mean, this is a DLC for Super Mario's Odyssey.
I know, maybe they could have been
Super
like
Luigi's Odyssey.
Maybe they could have been like, oh, what Luigi's in this Odyssey now, and let's have him go do something.
Yeah, but this seems like a kind of a weird like hide and go seek mode where you have balloons you have to go hide. So you have like 30 seconds to go hide the balloons throughout the map, and then whoever you're playing with has X amount of time to go find the balloons.
Yeah, there was like leaderboards where if you find other people's stuff and everything.
It's a small update, but still cool. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle is getting some DLC featuring Donkey Kong. So I'm assuming he's just going to be a new playable character. Because he wasn't.
No,
I didn't play this game, but
I did, but then I got a new Switch, so then I stopped playing it.
Oh, because you lost all your save data and whatnot.
Yep.
Payday 2 is getting ported over to the Switch February 27th, and they're adding a new character to the game that you can play with. I feel like we would really enjoy these games as far as like just setting up like a bank heist and having to be like tactical. I don't know how it's gonna run on the Switch though, because I don't want to say it's graphically intensive or anything, but it's definitely a bigger like AAA game. So we'll see how that ends up looking on the 27th of next month. Next up, Faye. We decided Faye, right?
What? F-E?
F-E. There's too many of these 2-letter names. Faye is coming to Switch. This was announced back in 2016, I think it was. I don't think it was this past E3, the one before it. It's being developed by EA, or it's being published by EA. It's like their indie branch, if you will. Just a cool little platformer, and it will be on the Switch now. I think it was just going to be Xbox and PlayStation before. The next two are remakes or things that have already come out, but Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is being ported over from the Wii U.
Ooh.
On May 4th.
Sounds cool.
Yep. What I enjoy about the Switch and not being a Wii U owner at all is that we're getting some of these ports of the better games, I would say, of the Wii U that I never got a chance to play, like Donkey Kong Country. I think I was talking to Reckham maybe in Discord, and he said that this was right up there with like Donkey Kong Country 2.
Oh wow.
Which was my favorite one that I remember playing at least. So it's cool they're getting that. Or things like Mario Kart 8, how that was on the Switch. Like I never got a chance to play that, but having like the finalized version of that with all of the characters, all the tracks. I like that kind of stuff's coming out. But for people that had Wii U's, it's kind of shitty. It's like, oh, okay, it's just more
money I have to buy for the same game.
Right. It's, do I buy this again or have to break out my Wii U, which no one wants to do. And
those still exist?
Exactly. And what they ended on with this was Dark Souls Remastered.
Ooh, boy.
Coming to the Switch the 25th of May. I've never played a Dark Souls game, and the Switch, for whatever reason, makes me want to buy everything. Mm-hmm. So
I definitely will be getting
because you can play it in your recliner just as easy as the couch and the toilet. And
I say it's just because I can play it everywhere, I guess.
Yep.
But yeah, those were all the announcements. There was some other stuff too. I just didn't. There's some Kirby stuff coming out for like the 3DS, which is weird that they're still supporting the 3DS. But
yeah,
for 15 minutes they pack like it's nonstop. No one's talking that doesn't need to be talking. Like here's a 1 or 2 minute trailer for each one of these things. Definitely worth checking out.
I mean, I'm still waiting for a Super Smash Brothers or a Mario Party. Mario Party would be perfect on the Switch.
You just sit at home and play with your friends, or you can play from wherever.
Yeah, or like having the Joy-Cons, being able to just like, okay, all you need is this one Joy-Con, and like we can each play with it, and then you have your like movement controls, like shaking the sodas from. One of them definitely had it must have been one on the Wii.
Yeah.
Had like you shake sodas, and everyone at home just pretend you're shaking a soda real fast. That's a lot of fun. But
yeah, games like that I'll be super stoked on.
Mario Party.
Mario
Tennis doesn't do anything for you? I think Mario Tennis would be good.
A little bit, but if I'm going to see a Mario game, I would like to see Mario Party.
Or Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash Brothers too. Yeah, that would also be really nice. But with the Mario in the title, Mario Party.
Yeah, Mario Party for sure. That's my vote.
I would just want a Switch. Can I have that vote?
Yep.
Give me a Switch.
All you got to do is buy one.
Someone give me a Switch.
It's true. All you got to do is buy one.
I had to get an X first. Priorities.
That you did.
Let's see. Last up, it's in the news because I'm me. But the Overwatch League started this week. And I know it was a pretty hot commodity in our Discord, but there was a lot of questioning on whether, like, who is playing, how everything gets done. So part of the news I wanted to do this week is I'm just going to explain how the Overwatch League works, and maybe if you didn't have any interest in it beforehand, we're going to get you interested now. Probably not, but it's news to me. It jumped up on me too. Like, I had heard a bunch of stuff about it, but I'm super excited now. I watched a game, but. So there's 4 regular season stages starting January 10th, which was this past week, and ending the 16th. Each stage ends with a winner, and they win $125,000 separated between 4 different stages. $500,000 and then $1 million to the league champion at the end of it.
Cool.
So,
do you know if it is it like a playoff bracket, like, or is it like
it's typically playoffs.
Traditional like European football/soccer where it's whoever had the best record is the winner at the end of the season?
No, typically esports are playoffs, so you'll just be ranked based on how well you did in each season, and then so like there'll probably be like each winner of the league through the 4 will have like a bye in the first round or something, and then you bring in other teams that'll play to get. It'll be like 2 teams, and they'll play to get to play the bye team, and then there'll be a nice little tournament style there. But there are 12 teams split up into 2 divisions, Atlantic and Pacific. I did not get them to read off because I felt like that would have been really boring. But they actually opened up a new arena for this. They built one high tech, multiple stages for multiple different games and tournaments and stuff, control rooms, player lounges, and of course a Blizzard merchandise store. So as you bring everybody in, you got to make your money, and they'll put you in a nice Blizzard store, but everyone will buy that stuff.
I think the most important story here is that the New York Excelsior are 2-0 on the season.
Hey,
woo!
Except for that
Excelsior.
Well,
how's London doing?
You're from New York, so
how's London
you
doing?
Should care about them.
How's London doing?
2-0 as well.
How's Houston doing?
Not good.
No.
0-2.
Oh. Well, that's okay. That's the third choice. So.
All right.
It goes London, New York, Houston. Sorry.
Why London?
It's because you're from London, so that makes sense.
It's Cloud9. Cloud9's team is based out of London. Yes, the drug.
Oh.
No, the esports organization. But so going to that, and as Zach mentioned, they did it differently. Most esports are based off of just their organizations. They did this based off of cities, like actual like other sports, I'll say, not actual sports, but other sports. So like NBA, NFL, all do it per city. Mm-hmm. So these teams are all based out of Houston, Dallas, 2 Los Angeles teams, New York, Philly, London. There's a Korean team.
Tokyo.
So I think that makes it easier for like fans to latch onto somewhere.
I will say that like I generally have no interest in this, but when I was like, oh, there's a New York team, maybe I'll check it out. And then I definitely didn't watch any of it. But
you were excited that
I was like, oh, it's cool. There's a New York team.
It's cool that they're 2-0 too.
Kaboski showed me Pine. Is Pine the name of a man?
Yes, he's a player.
He was playing as McCree, and I just watched him like murder a whole team, and I was like, holy shit. It's just that, like, if I'm gonna get into an esport, like watching it needs to be something that I'm playing a ton. Like if you were like, hey, we took 100 of the best PUBG players in the world, put them here, like watch this out. Like I might watch that, I guess.
It's happened twice already.
Right, and I didn't watch those either. But now I'm actually playing PUBG, so that's true. Might be different. Or like I always like turning on the RLCS, the Rocket League Championship Series, like watching them because like I have played so much of that. It's like I know what's impressive and what's not. With Overwatch, like if some character is doing something incredible that isn't just killing someone, I'm usually like, I really don't understand what I mean,
it's like
what did he do that was so impressive right there. I might not understand that.
It's like every sport though. So you're gonna have your damage is obviously gonna be like your stars who. Your big tank guy who plays Reinhardt every single game obviously isn't going to get a lot of babes, but that one damage.
Like he's the center on the football team?
Yeah. Okay. Whereas like Tom Brady's your Pine McCree making all the plays and getting all the kills and stuff. So there's like each player has like a reason to be there, but you're going to see the same style as you're going to have your playmakers and you're going to have your background guys. So I don't know. I think I played it enough and competitively enough in my eyes where I understand everything that's going on, and so it's fun to watch.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are enjoying this format at least.
Yeah, and like I said, it's so much cooler when it's a city. It's so much easier to latch on, as he said, when it's a city, not just like a weird esports organization that you have no idea. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But that's gonna do it for our news. Up next, what do you guys think you've been playing, and where can we find you?
Easy enough. I guess I'll take the first swing over here.
Okay, go for it.
You can find me at
holy shit!
See, I told you it's been a really long day.
This should be the one part of the show that there's no way that you fuck it up.
You've done this 40 other times.
You give me anything, I can fuck it up.
That's true.
Let's see. You can find me at Waterloo on Xbox and Mixer. You can find me at Waterlewis on the PlayStation Network and on Twitter _Waterloo. You won't find me there, but if you want to try to, you can certainly do that. I will be playing some PUBG, some Zelda probably.
Will you try out that Disgaea 5 demo for me so we can talk about it next week?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
It'd be free download, might as well.
Yep.
And then we'll see anything else that I find interesting and want to download and buy or play. Probably some more Albert and Alley or whatever the game name is.
The Limbo.
The Limbo knockoff.
When is that? Isn't that beta for
Dragon Ball Z?
No.
24th
Thieves.
For Sea of Thieves. So no, we have another week before that. We'll have another show.
I
will definitely talk about that.
wanted to download the Dragon Ball Z, but I do believe that beta ends today.
The Dragon Ball Z fighter thing?
Yeah. I want a what's that anime game that came out?
Dragon Ball Z.
Sword Art Online.
Yes, I want there to be a beta for that. I'm so excited for that game.
What's it called?
Sword Art Online.
Bullet
an anime.
Something. It looks real bad.
It looks amazing, but we're gonna we'll have it, Lewis. Even if I have to
wait till I show you a video of this, and he's saying this game looks amazing, and then what he says about some of the good games that we try to show him.
Yeah, that's bad.
It looks like it's gonna be so much fun for me because I know the anime, so it's gonna be great.
And you can find me at Risky the Kid everywhere. I'll be trying to hop into that Disgaea 5 demo. Maybe play some more Dragon Quest Builders and more Assassin's Creed. I need to get that game done, and I'll be saying that for the next couple weeks. How about you, Ben?
Yes, you will. You can find me at OMG Chopa everywhere. Lewis and I actually are doing a lot of streaming recently, duos, and he'll do some Cuphead. I don't do a lot of other games. But and if you're looking to get in touch with us here at Risky Radio, you can hop into our Discord. You can find how to get there, the link in the show notes. officialriskyradio@gmail.com. Email us anything you need, questions, what we could be doing better, or at _Risky Radio on Twitter. This week I'll be playing a bunch of PUBG, and now you guys made me think about it. I might hop into the Battlefront campaign, so I didn't play any of that. So I might hop into that. See, you guys yell at me that I have to try stuff, so I might try that. But we'll see. But that's going to do it for us tonight here at Risky Radio. On behalf of everyone, I'd like to say thank you for joining us. We had a great time, and we hope you did too. We'll be back next week for a brand new episode, but until then, we'll catch you later.